We're counting down the top 10 airline and travel hacks every traveler over 50 should know for 2026. From technology shortcuts that can slash airport wait times to smart health strategies and must-have packing tips, these practical solutions tackle the real challenges older adults face in the air and on the ground. Expect everything from step-saving travel apps to security line secrets, each ranked for payoff, effort, and peace of mind. Which essential hack will take the #1 spot for comfort and confidence on your next journey? Let's begin the countdown with number 10. Number 10, Global Entry and the Trusted Traveler Biometric Shortcut. For travelers over 50, enrolling in Global Entry is the single most effective way to bypass long lines at US airports, especially as facial recognition and biometric checkpoints become standard across the country. The process begins online at the Customs and Border Protection portal, where you will fill out a digital application, upload a current passport photo, and pay the enrollment fee. Most applicants are now approved through a virtual review or a quick interview on arrival at the airport. Once approved, you will receive a Known Traveler Number, or KTN. This number is the key to unlocking faster security and boarding. But to actually benefit, you need to log into every airline profile you use, Delta, United, American, and others, and enter the KTN exactly as it appears on your approval letter. Double check that your legal name matches your passport and airline records with no spelling differences or nicknames. A mismatch is one of the most common reasons travelers miss out on expedited lanes. In 2026, biometric lanes are active at over 30 major US airports, cutting average wait times by up to 75% for travelers whose KTN is correctly linked. If you are concerned about privacy, remember that federal law now requires clear opt-out signage at every checkpoint. You can always choose a traditional ID check, and staff are trained to assist if you need help with the technology. For those who want the fastest, least stressful airport experience, early Global Entry enrollment and careful KTN linking lay the groundwork for every tech-based time saver to follow. Number 9, Airlo eSIM, contactless check-in and always online boarding passes. Reliable mobile connectivity is now the backbone of stress-free air travel, especially for travelers over 50. In 2026, nearly every major airline and airport expects passengers to check in, receive updates, and even board using digital passes on their phones. But a dead phone, expired SIM, or patchy airport Wi-Fi can throw even the best laid plans into chaos. eSIM technology has become the standard for international and domestic roaming. With an app like Airalo, travelers can install a local or global eSIM profile in just 3 steps. Purchase a plan, scan the QR code, and activate the profile on their device. Surveys from 2025 found only 18% of seniors felt confident with eSIMs before trying them, but after a guided install, that number jumped to 70%. The key is to complete this process at least 48 hours before departure, while you still have reliable home Wi-Fi and time to troubleshoot. Once the eSIM is active, save your boarding pass in 3 places: the airline app, a PDF or screenshot in your phone's files, and a printed copy tucked into your passport holder. This triple backup strategy protects against lost connections, phone battery failures, or app crashes at the gate. Boarding pass mishaps are among the top reasons for missed flights among older travelers, but these simple steps can eliminate the risk. With connectivity secured, you'll be ready to use seat maps, airport apps, and real-time alerts without worry, no matter where your journey takes you. Number 8, Seat Guru, data-driven seat selection for mobility and comfort. For travelers over 50, choosing the right seat can make the difference between a manageable journey and a physically taxing one. In 2026, tools like Seat Guru give instant access to detailed seat maps, letting you compare pitch, width, and proximity to key features like lavatories or exits before you book. A typical wide-body aisle seat offers about 17.5 inches of width and 31 inches of pitch. Bulkhead seats can add 3 to 5 inches of leg room, but they often lack under-seat storage, so carry-ons must go in the overhead bin during takeoff and landing. Exit rows promise extra stretch space, but come with strict rules. Passengers must be able to operate the exit in an emergency, so mobility restrictions or assistive devices can disqualify you. Airlines may also shuffle seat assignments at the gate if a traveler's needs conflict with exit row safety requirements. For many, an aisle seat remains the best option, allowing for easier movement and quick access to the aisle without disturbing others. When using Seat Guru or similar maps, filter for pitch and width, then check for any special notes about seat restrictions or nearby amenities. If you have limited mobility, prioritize seats close to the front or near the lavatory, and never hesitate to ask gate staff for a reassignment if your needs change. Gate agents often have the discretion to move travelers with medical or mobility needs to more suitable seats, especially when you communicate clearly and early. With a few minutes of research and a careful look at seat maps, you can book a spot that makes the entire flight more comfortable and accessible. Number 7. American Airlines Disability Desk, pre-booked mobility assistance. For travelers over 50, securing reliable help at the airport often means more than just requesting a wheelchair at check-in. After the 2024 O'Hare mishandling crisis, the Department of Transportation required all major airlines to tighten their protocols. American Airlines, fined $50 million for repeated wheelchair errors, now mandates written confirmation for every mobility assistance request. The process starts at least 72 hours before your flight. Call the American Airlines Disability Desk directly, not the general reservations line. Give your flight details, describe your mobility needs, and ask them to add an SSR code, WCHR for basic wheelchair help, WCHC if you cannot walk to your seat at all, into your booking. Insist on a written confirmation by email or text and save the reference number. According to DOT data, travelers who obtain written proof reduce their risk of mishandled assistance by 40%. If you use a powered chair or scooter, email photos and a one-page device guide to the desk, and print a copy to attach to your device. Always reconfirm assistance 24 hours before departure. If you arrive and no help appears, show your confirmation and ask for the complaint resolution official. Every airline must provide one at the airport. Document any missed or delayed help with photos and written notes. These steps are more than paperwork. They ensure your needs are logged, tracked, and protected by law. In a system where speed and quotas sometimes overshadow care, a paper trail is your best guarantee for safe, dignified travel from curb to cabin. Number 6. MediSafe Travel Pill Organizer, portable medical kit strategy. For travelers over 50, a well-prepared medical kit is more than just convenience. It's a safeguard against delays, emergencies, and misunderstandings at security. In 2026, TSA and international airport rules continue to require all medications to be clearly labeled and carried in their original prescription containers. Using a compact pill organizer like the MediSafe, with each compartment labeled by day and medication, can cut the likelihood of bag checks at security by 60%. Geriatricians recommend packing a one-page medical summary to go alongside your kit. This summary should include your full name, date of birth, a current medication list with dosages, allergies, chronic conditions, and the contact information for your primary care doctor and pharmacy. If you take injectable medications or travel with medical devices, note those details as well. Emergency departments abroad report that these summaries reduce intake time by 40%, streamlining care and reducing language barriers. Place your summary in a scanned copy of your prescriptions in a clear pouch with your medications. Keep everything in your carry-on, never in checked luggage to avoid loss or temperature extremes. By assembling your kit and documentation before departure, you not only comply with airline and TSA policies, but also ensure that help is never out of reach, wherever your trip takes you. Number 5. A way bigger carry-on, smart luggage with removable battery. In 2026, battery-powered luggage is everywhere, but so are stricter airline rules. After the 2023 in-flight fire on Flight AZ-714, the FAA set a hard limit. Any lithium battery in a carry-on must be 100 watt-hours or less. No exceptions without airline approval. That means every power bank, tracker, or built-in bag battery must be removable and travel cabin side. Most airlines now display these limits at check-in and boarding, and staff will ask you to show the battery or risk being denied at the counter. The Away Bigger carry-on addresses this directly. Its battery pack pops out in under 10 seconds, with a clear push and slide release on the underside. Before you even approach the check-in desk, remove the battery and place it in your personal item or day bag. If you forget and try to check the bag with the battery inside, staff are required to pull your luggage aside for manual inspection and, in some cases, refuse to load it. The NTSB found that improper battery storage was the root cause of the 2023 fire, leading to these universal rules. Prioritize your essentials. Keep medications, chargers, documents, and any electronics with batteries in your carry-on or personal item. The main compartment of your smart bag should hold clothes and non-powered items only. This approach not only keeps you compliant with FAA and airline policy, but also ensures you have everything critical within arm's reach if your checked bag is delayed or rerouted. With Smart Luggage, a 10-second battery check can make the difference between a smooth trip and a denied boarding. Always confirm your battery's watt-hour rating. It's printed on the pack. And never check any lithium battery, regardless of size. For 50-plus travelers, mastering this simple routine secures your gear, keeps you moving, and prevents last-minute airport surprises. Number 4. Delta Airlines pre-boarding service, stress-free gate boarding. At crowded airport gates, the difference between rushing with the crowd and boarding calmly can be measured in both comfort and safety. For travelers aged 50 and older, pre-boarding is not just a perk. It's a practical step to reduce the risk of slips and falls, especially on slick jet bridges or narrow aisles. There's no special paperwork or documentation needed. At the gate, a simple request, "I'd like extra time to board due to mobility concerns," is all that's required. Delta and other major U.S. airlines instruct gate agents to honor these requests on the spot, offering early access before general boarding begins. Industry safety advisors and FAA data point to hurried, crowded boarding as a top source of non-flight injuries among older adults. By stepping onto the jet bridge early, travelers avoid the rush, have time to steady themselves, and can choose the safest route to their seat. Experts recommend keeping one hand on the rail and walking at a steady pace, with carry-on bags rolling beside or behind, not in front where they can catch or tip. For those with balance concerns, pausing at the door threshold and scanning for any uneven surfaces can prevent missteps. Once inside the cabin, early boarders have first choice of overhead space, lowering the need to lift bags at awkward angles or over other passengers. Gate staff are trained to assist with stowing luggage on request. These small adjustments, requesting pre-boarding, maintaining safe posture, and moving without pressure, combine to make the boarding process safer and more relaxed. For older travelers, pre-boarding turns a stressful moment into a calm, controlled transition from airport to aircraft. Number 3. Physics Gear Compression Socks, in-flight circulation and comfort. On long-haul flights, older travelers face a real risk of deep vein thrombosis, or DVT, as well as fatigue from sitting for extended periods. Medical studies show that wearing 15 to 20 millimeters of mercury-graduated compression socks can reduce DVT risk by up to 66% on flights over 4 hours. The Physics Gear model is designed with a gentle, even pressure that supports calf muscles without feeling restrictive, making it a favorite among geriatric nurses and frequent flyers alike. But gear alone isn't enough. Experts recommend a simple routine. Every hour, perform 10 ankle pumps. Point your toes up and down, then circle each foot 5 times in both directions. Follow this with a brief seated march, lifting each knee a few inches. These movements keep blood flowing and help prevent swelling or numbness. For those with limited mobility, even small movements are beneficial. Gently flexing your toes and shifting your weight in the seat makes a difference. Pair this routine with regular hydration. Aim for a cup of water every 2 hours and avoid excess caffeine or alcohol, which can dehydrate and worsen circulation. A travel nurse demonstrates. Slide on the socks before boarding, stretch your legs out as far as space allows, and set a phone timer for hourly reminders to move. Compression socks are easily washable and fit under most shoes, so you can wear them from home to hotel. With this combination of proven gear and a simple movement sequence, older travelers can step off the plane feeling refreshed and protected against the most common in-flight health risks. Number 2, Allianz Travel Smart Insurance, telemedicine and pre-existing coverage. For travelers over 50, a medical emergency abroad can turn a dream trip into a financial crisis. In 2026, most basic travel insurance plans still exclude coverage for pre-existing conditions, leaving many older adults exposed to hefty bills if they need care for a chronic illness or a recent diagnosis. Allianz's Travel Smart plans address this risk directly. Their Prime and Premier policies include a pre-existing condition waiver, as long as you buy the plan within 14 days of your first trip payment. This waiver covers any illness or injury diagnosed or treated in the 120 days before your policy starts, provided your condition is stable. Without the waiver, claims linked to recent treatments or changes in medication are likely to be denied, a pattern seen in over half of senior claim rejections last year. Telemedicine is now built into every Travel Smart plan, connecting you to an English-speaking doctor worldwide through the Airlines app. Whether you need a prescription refill in Paris or urgent triage in Bangkok, video consults are available 24 hours a day with no additional charge for the call itself. For many, this feature speeds up care and bypasses the confusion of foreign clinics. Allianz reports that policies with telemedicine see claim payouts processed 30% faster than those without, reducing both stress and out-of-pocket costs. Before you travel, download the Travel Smart app, set up your profile, and test a mock consultation. Most issues can be handled without leaving your hotel room. For travelers with chronic conditions, this combination of in-app doctor access and pre-existing coverage is the single best way to avoid denied claims and ensure that help is just a call away, wherever your journey leads. Number 1, FLEO Airport app, step-free routing and lounge access mastery. Navigating sprawling terminals in 2026 often means covering half a mile or more between check-in and your gate, with frequent last-minute changes. The FLIO app, available on all major smartphones, offers a live, interactive map for over 3,000 airports worldwide. Its newest update includes a minimize walking toggle, which recalculates your route in real time to avoid stairs and escalators, prioritizing elevators and flat pathways. Early user testing, led by a 55-year-old stroke survivor and app designer, showed that step-free routing cut walking distances by up to 40% for travelers with mobility challenges. Gate change alerts pop up instantly, letting you reroute without backtracking or confusion, especially valuable when fatigue sets in or time is short. FLIO also aggregates lounge locations and booking options. While most lounges require membership or a business class ticket, disruptions and medical needs can sometimes open the door. In 2026, many lounges admit seniors with a medical note or visible mobility aid during delays, even if you hold an economy ticket. Policies vary, so it pays to ask at the lounge desk or check the app for notes on medical access exceptions. Veteran travelers report that simply presenting a doctor's letter or explaining a medical need often results in a quiet place to rest, especially during irregular operations or long layovers. For travelers over 50, these moments of rest can mean the difference between a manageable trip and exhaustion. A stroke survivor's experience underscores the impact. Using FLEO's live routing and real-time alerts, she avoided unnecessary stairs and found a lounge willing to admit her with a doctor's note during a 3-hour delay. By combining step-free navigation with proactive lounge strategies, older travelers can conserve both energy and peace of mind. Mastering these features delivers the highest comfort payoff, transforming airport time from a test of endurance into a period of rest and control. From biometric shortcuts at number 10 to the FLIO app step-free routing at number 1, our countdown has revealed how technology, planning, and health awareness now define smart travel for those over 50. The most surprising entries, like pre-booked disability assistance and in-flight compression routines, underscore that comfort and safety hinge not just on gadgets, but on proactive steps most travelers still overlook. Across all 10 hacks, a clear pattern emerges. Success in the 2026 travel landscape means blending digital tools, like eSIMs and live airport maps, with old-school preparation, such as pill organizers and written confirmations. The highest-ranked items deliver immediate physical relief and protect against unpredictable disruptions, reflecting what matters most to experienced travelers: peace of mind and energy management. This list proves that in a world of evolving airport rules and rapid tech adoption, the best travel hacks for older adults are those that combine convenience, accessibility, and real-world backup. For the 50-plus traveler, mastery comes not from one dramatic trick, but from a toolkit of practical habits and trusted resources, ensuring every journey is safer, smoother, and more empowering.